Welcome to BurghLife FM. It's like radio, only awesome. Give it up for your hosts, Koz and Goldie.
Hey, this is Koz.
And this is Goldie.
And you are listening to BurghLife FM. Goldie, thanks so much for joining. How are you, girl?
I'm great today. How are you?
I am doing great as well. So, BurghLife FM, we are really excited to get this started. Goldie and I go way, way back. Right, Goldie?
Way, way back.
I mean, we met years and years ago. We used to do a radio show together in college, and then I had a radio show in Pittsburgh on WYEP-FM, which I always recommend that after BurghLife FM, of course. And Goldie came down several times and was my guest. It was a blast. So we're really excited to be doing this again. Right, Goldette?
I'm totally excited. I can't wait.
So we thought we would kind of introduce ourselves first before we get into the show. And then we've got a few fun topics that we're ready to discuss. And we always welcome your feedback, your input. So Goldie.
Yes.
Where the beep are you from?
I'm from east of Pittsburgh, right next to Murraysville, in a little tiny town called Export, Pennsylvania, 15632.
Thank you. I'm writing this down. Could you talk a little more slowly so I can get all the details?
I lived right on the border of Penn-Trafford. That's where I went to high school.
Okay.
Yes, class of 93, not to age myself. And I also attended many various universities in Western Pennsylvania. I started out at UPJ, and I went to UPG, then I went to Pitt, Maine, very exciting. And then I went back to UPJ to complete my radio career with you.
That's right. So Goldie and I met at Pitt-Johnstown.
Yes.
And that's where we had our radio gig and tons of fame. I mean, I
still have the award that we won.
What was that award again?
The Golden Microphone Award, of course.
Golden Microphone, the highest award you can get in radio at the University of Pittsburgh at Johnstown.
So, and we won it.
We did. So it was a great honor for all 12 of our listeners to nominate us for that. What was your favorite topic that we covered back then, if you can remember? I can barely remember, but I know our one big show was...
Intimate discussions.
And bathroom etiquette is what I was thinking.
Oh, yes. Bathroom etiquette and intimate discussions. Lots of people do really gross stuff in the bathroom.
Disgusting.
We found out, yes.
That is too funny. So from Export, PA, and then you did the tour of the Western Pennsylvania colleges. That's
yes,
great.
I graduated from IUP, so we can't forget that I did graduate. I did finish it out.
And then, have you lived in Pittsburgh your whole life?
I have not.
Oh, Goldie. No, I knew this. I'm just trying to...
I know. I was born in Pittsburgh, and then when I was 18 months old, I moved to Baytown, Texas, Iowa City, Iowa. Then I moved to Maryland, and now I'm in Jeanette, Pennsylvania.
Okay, so away for 13 years, correct?
Correct.
And back in the Burgh.
Back in the Burgh in August of 2013. I missed it. 13 years I was homesick.
And then that brings us to tonight when Goldie brought me...
Beto's Pizza.
Jesus, that was good. That was such good pizza. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. I had to let you taste it because I can't believe you lived your whole life without ever trying it.
I'd never heard of it until like 2 weeks ago.
I know. It's the pizza that's made with it's like sauce and very little cheese, and then when they pull it out of the oven, they put the cold cheese on top. When you eat it at the restaurant, it's like a bite of heaven. It was delicious here, not as good as if you eat it in the restaurant, though.
Oh, is it something I did, or...
No, it is not something you did.
Are you complaining?
I'm not complaining.
There's the door, Goldie.
No. I'm not complaining. Kidding. I'm just saying.
It was delicious, delicious pizza.
They also sell hoagies, which are equally as delicious.
Really?
Do we say hoagies?
I say hoagies.
I say hoagies, okay.
Grinders, isn't that what they say in Philadelphia?
My Philadelphian does not say grinders.
Subs is another.
Subs, yes. Subs.
Let's do a thesaurus game and think of... All right, that's cat.
Sorry.
Cat.
Hat.
Eli. No.
Okay, I'm in the wrong... I'm doing rhymes and you're doing something else.
I liked it, though. All right, so I guess I should give a quick background on myself.
Yes, you definitely should. I want to hear about you.
I was born on a stormy spring morning. No, I don't know what the weather was. I was actually born outside of Philadelphia in a little town called Lansdale. lived there till I was 1, and then I moved to the Burgh. So I do consider myself a Pittsburgher through and through. I mean, I don't remember anything of Philadelphia. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but lived here my whole life after that. Went to North Allegheny High School, so I'm a northerner, although now I'm a southerner. We'll get into that probably a little later. But went to NA. It was great. Great school, all of that stuff. Great place to grow up, but the school was just so huge that I wanted something a little more intimate, small. So that's why I chose Pitt-Johnstown. And of course...
Well, I was there, of course.
Goldie, of course, was a big reason for me going, even though I didn't meet her until... Actually, were you at my orientation? Were we
We were at the same orientation because I was so excited because Margaret Cho
right.
They announced that she was going to be at UPJ, and I met her, and I shook her hand, and I was quaking. And she wrote on that autograph picture of herself, "Goldie, stop quaking."
That's right. And Margaret Cho is like... She became huge after that, remember? Like a big celebrity.
Yes, she did. I follow her on Facebook and Twitter.
I totally forgot. You are bringing back all these memories of Pitt-Johnstown.
All these memories that you forgot, that you repressed, and now I'm bringing them all back.
Amen. I just recently moved from the north my whole life to Dormont, and I got to say, I love it. It's a completely different atmosphere than the North Hills. And, people are like, oh my God, you have to deal with a tunnel and you've got all that traffic. But it's a great area. And I think people are super friendly and there's so much like right in my backyard that I love. So.
Oh, yes. It's wonderful here. I'm very excited to come visit every week.
Yes. And of course, there's Beto's. Beto's
Pizza is right there. Oh, my goodness.
I think that suffices for our introduction, don't you?
I think so.
And we will have pages on BurghLife.com with more details about us. So
bio pages. And we have emails.
You know it. Tell them yours, girl.
Goldie@BurghLife.com.
Excellent. And I am Koz@BurghLife.com. So you email us anytime, day or night. We will get back to you within 5 minutes. No, I'm kidding. It'll probably take a few weeks, but just send us an email and...
We will respond as soon as we are able to.
Credit card numbers, too.
No.
Just kidding. But we do want to hear from you all. We want feedback. We want to know what topics you'd like us to discuss, what you think of the topics we have talked about. We can lay off the critiques, right? We don't need to hear critiques, I'd say.
Right. You are not a reviewer.
Right. So
we just want you to be a fan, not a reviewer.
All right. So... I think we should get into that whole Pittsburghese topic.
Definitely. Let's get into the Pittsburghese topic. I got lots of opinions on the Pittsburghese. I
got lots of family members who speak it fluently.
So do I. So I guess a little story about Pittsburghese. I totally thought that I did not have Pittsburghese. I wanted to be like, I'm better than that, whatever, when I was in high school. And I
think we all go through that, actually.
Right. And I really, really tried hard to not have Pittsburghese. And then my cousins came in from out of town and they're like, oh, you so have a Pittsburgh accent. And I was thinking I was so upset. But it's more than just the words you say. It's the way that you stop and start your sentences, the way you, I guess, what would you call that?
Cadence.
The cadence. I don't know why I can't remember that word. I'm so sorry. And apparently, I definitely had the cadence of a Pittsburgher, which is okay.
Absolutely.
I'm proud to be from the Burgh, definitely.
Amen, sister. I am too. Yeah, I was the same. I tried, my dad had the Burgh accent from Beyond. It was like a horror movie, honestly.
My dad too.
And he would say, where's the milk? And get downstairs. I mean, I swear to God, he almost made up Pittsburghese. I think he is one of the founding fathers of Pittsburghese.
That's great.
Yeah. So, growing up, my brother and sister and I were always like, hell no, are we going to talk like that? So I always thought, no way do I speak any Pittsburghese words or accents or anything. And what was it? When I went to college, I remember Slippy. I had no idea Slippy was a Pittsburghese word.
I did not know that either. And yes, I always said Slippy and people would be like, what? What's Slippy? That's not a word.
Yeah, and gum bands, same thing. Gum bands to me is exactly the same as a rubber band.
Me too.
Way quicker to say. I mean, it's only 2 syllables, people. So I admit, I absolutely have Pittsburghese in my talk, and I'm proud of it. I'm proud. I mean, come on.
You're glad and proud of it.
Gay, still worse. I love it. You know, that whole Gawker thing where you actually told me about it, Goldie.
Yes.
That whole, you know, it was ugliest accent in America, and Pittsburghese won, which is a little hard to swallow, I think, but I love that people are embracing that and be like, yeah, hell yeah, we have an ugly language, but we own it. Damn it.
We own it and we love it. And I think, you know, being away for 13 years, when I would hear somebody with a Pittsburgh accent, I would immediately go up to them and be like, are you from Pittsburgh? And where are you from? Because I was so homesick. And to hear something so familiar was so soothing to me. I don't even know the word to say, but I really was homesick. And
I think it's like an endearing language or accent or whatever you want to call it.
Definitely.
I guess dialect is officially what it is. But yeah. And you know what I think too? I think I've never really met someone with a strong Pittsburghese accent who was a bad person, you know?
That's
like
right.
It just seems like they're so genuine and you know exactly what you're getting with people who speak strong Pittsburghese. And
right, they're real, like a real person. There's no like camouflage about it. It's just, this is who I am, and I'm not trying to be anybody else but me. I agree. That's a great point.
I am sure we will talk about Pittsburghese plenty of times going forward. You know, there's a woman, Dr. Barbara Johnstone, who I would love to get on this show because she wrote a book about Pittsburghese. She does all sorts of lectures on it. I believe she's at CMU, so I would like to research that a little bit and see if we can talk to her, because I think it's a fascinating subject and it's all about our hometown.
We could serve Beto's pizza when she comes.
B-Days?
Yes.
For real?
For real.
All right, we'll be right back.
Hey sexies, my name is Miri, and I'm the way hotter and smarter sister of Siri. Don't miss my interview with Koz and Goldie on the next edition of BurghLife FM. There, Koz, I did it. Now give me that f***ing pack of cigarettes you promised me.
And now back to BurghLife FM.
Okay, Koz, we touched on this earlier, the bathroom etiquette stuff. I think we need to go back. There's some things that people do that just gross me out.
I agree. It's amazing what some people do. I'm sure myself included, but it's funny to discuss. So.
Yes, definitely. And I would never own up to any of it.
Yeah,
exactly. Just saying.
But I will absolutely call you out on it and publish a tell-all novel. No, the one thing that freaks me out is this whole fingernail clipping more in the bathroom at work. That happened to me once. I was in the bathroom and the stall next to me, the dude is clipping his fingernails.
Well, I want to know, where were the clippings going? Were they going all over the floor?
I don't know. I don't know if it was going straight into the turlet or if it was on the floor or what, but...
Yeah, that is crazy.
On a related subject, I don't get as offended by this, although I understand people who do. It's the whole clipping your fingernails at your desk, which a ton of people do. Every job I've been at... people have done it. And at my current position, a guy was doing that and like 10 people were so offended by it that
I have to say I'm kind of freaked out by that. And I've never had an office job really. So to hear it kind of creeps me out. Not in necessarily a bad way, just like, why can't you cut your fingernails at home? Like,
I don't want those all over my floors.
Well, stand over the garbage can. I don't know. I just don't understand that. Why?
No, I swear to God, I have never cut my nails at work, but I have cut them like outside and stuff like that.
Outside?
In my last house. I hate like how when I clip my nail and it flies somewhere and I have no idea where it went.
So you went out. What kind of neat freak are you? I knew all these years. I don't know this.
I'm such a neat freak. It's not that at all. I don't know.
You need to be professional when you're at work. I worked as a teacher. There was constant talk of being professional, acting professional. I mean, what if like the president of your company came and he's like, what are you doing? You're like, I'm clipping my fingernails.
Yeah, you're right. I guess I am kind of seeing the dirtiness of it.
And where do you put the clippings? Do you like brush them in your hand and throw them in the trash? Like, I'm sorry.
Actually, they're a great afternoon snack. And they're really high in protein. So don't knock it till you try it.
Maybe. But what do you think?
Yeah. Let us know.
Let us know. Because to me, this is like pressing. Like, I feel like I need to know what other people think. I can't be the only one that's like a prude about this. Like,
no. I'm telling you, it is I'm sure I am in the minority by being like, whatever. But
Maybe.
most people seem to really be offended by it. But yeah, go to our Facebook page, go to BurghLife.com in the comments section, wherever you want. So you're saying thumbs down. I'm saying thumbs kind of in the middle.
Okay.
Okay, how about this one? Putting on makeup in the car on the way to work.
I'm guilty of that one.
You are?
I am.
Even now or when you were?
Oh, no, not now.
Okay.
Well, now where am I going but here?
But I mean...
Here's the thing. When I work, I'm chronically late. Anybody who's ever worked with me knows I'm chronically late.
Yeah, you don't have to work with you to know that.
Right.
Goldie,
Well,
trust
right.
me.
People that don't work with me know I'm chronically late. So I do my foundation at home, like the stuff that gets your hands dirty. But then I put on blush, lipstick, like all that in the car on the way to work, which is distracting. And I did go on the Beltway years ago in D.C. to go to work. So...
Wow.
Not the safest, but I never got in an accident putting on makeup.
I mean,
I'm proud to say.
Good for Jens. Good for Jens.
But
I mean, that's beyond distracted, don't you think?
Definitely.
Like when I have seen it, I've seen it 100 times here. If I see a chick behind me putting on makeup, I immediately get out of that lane, get in front of someone else so that woman is not behind me.
I gotcha.
Because I do not want to be rear-ended by that car.
True. I hear you on that.
And the same, it's not a sexist thing. I've seen guys shaving in their car.
Yes, I've seen that too.
If there's a guy shaving behind me, I will do the same. Get out of their way, go into a different lane so that they don't crash into me.
Right. Now, it's an electric razor, right? They don't have the shaving
is,
cream
yeah.
on their face. That would be hilarious.
Any other of these that you want to go into? I know there's one that you're dying to address. But...
Oh, the one that I'm dying to address is hot feet syndrome.
It's real, people. It's real.
I know it's real. I just find it hilarious.
I will admit that I suffer from hot feet syndrome.
Which is hilarious.
It's horrible. Okay. I'm telling you, it's horrible.
It's horrible. Okay, well.
Every effing night, I wake up because my feet are so damn hot. And I've Googled it, and people like go through all sorts of crazy stuff, like freeze your socks, wake up and put frozen socks on your feet. You know, we're calling it hot feet syndrome, HFS, but that's not really what it's called. There probably is a scientific name for it.
But for our purposes, hot feet syndrome. I suffer from cold feet.
I wish.
I don't know, because I cannot fall asleep if they're too cold. Then I have to put on socks. And then I do get hot feet syndrome, I guess. But then I just take off the socks and I'm fine.
Yeah.
So
sounds like heaven to me.
It's heaven. It's heaven being me. Let's answer this one. Do you brush your teeth in the shower?
I've done it probably once after you mentioned it 15 years ago on our radio show.
I do brush my teeth in the shower, and it drives my husband insane.
So you still do it?
I still do it.
Every day?
Every day. I literally have to put my toothbrush back in the toothbrush holder and my toothpaste out of the shower, which I forgot to do this morning. And he's getting home before I'm getting home. Uh-oh. I got to hustle into the bathroom when I get home. Oh, my gosh. But yeah, it kind of grosses him out, and I can't help it. Like now it's like a habit. I feel like it's part of my routine, and I like brushing my teeth with hot water. I guess I could brush them with hot water in the sink.
There is that option.
Because the cold, it just doesn't feel good on my teeth. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I can see it, I guess, but I just think of the shower as not like the cleanest place.
True. I always keep my toothbrush way up high on the ledge. So nothing.
Germs can't go above sea level.
That's right.
But hey, I'm not judging to your face ever. I will never judge you to your face.
To my face.
Goldie.
Thank you. What about brushing your teeth at work? This is like controversial, because what if you have a dentist appointment?
It is controversial. It's actually the number one reason for divorce in America. Did you know that?
What? No, it isn't.
Totally kidding.
I'm like, what? Brushing your teeth at work?
But I will admit, I get a little freaked out when I walk into the bathroom to relieve myself, if you will. And I am there, and it seems a little excessive. But then again, they probably have better oral hygiene than I do. So
probably. No, I'm teasing. But again, if you have a dentist appointment and you're not going to be able to make it home, I would think maybe that's why you would do it. I don't know. I do it then. If I have a dentist appointment, I do brush my teeth. Right.
But
wouldn't you brush your teeth in the dentist office? That's where I'm confused.
Well, no, you don't always. I don't think I've ever had the opportunity to brush my teeth one last time time before I sit down in the
That's true.
chair.
You're right. I just went to the dentist. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I hate the dentist. Sorry, dentists out there. I'm so sorry, but I really do.
Really? See, I don't mind the dentist. Sorry
I wish
to
I were
say.
like that. Man, you've got cold feet. You love the dentist. I want to be you, Goldie. I want to be you.
Who doesn't want to be? I mean, come on now. Who does not want to be me?
All right. How about adjusting yourself?
So, again, I don't have anything to adjust there.
Are we sure?
I'm
Goldie?
sure. But
Totally
it is
kidding.
kind of weird. Like, I know people do it, but try to do it like covertly, maybe.
Yeah, I will say I do it mostly at night in bed when my feet are blazing hot. No, but like they just always seem to be in the way.
It's too funny.
When I'm trying to get comfortable so I can go to sleep. Yeah, that's when I adjust. But there are some dudes who like adjust every 3 seconds.
I wonder if there's like an issue. Are things too big? Are they in the wrong place? Is it off to one side?
Are you insulting me right now?
I'm not insulting you.
But yeah, I know some guys, you can't talk to them, for 5 minutes without them adjusting seriously like 20 times.
And is it necessary? That's what I need to know.
I mean, from my perspective, not to that level. I understand. Like, yes, we've all experienced when you're uncomfortable and you just need to shift a little bit, but like usually 1 or 2 shifts and you're good for a good while.
Okay.
That's my experience.
Well, I'm glad you weren't touching yourself constantly. That's good to know.
Yeah. And how about picking your nose? Which ironically you're doing.
I'm picking my nose right now. No, I'm teasing. I'm not. But people pick their nose in the car constantly. I'm constantly driving by people and they're like picking their nose. Ugh, the worst is when you see them flick it out the window. You're like, gag. Or worse if they eat it. But you're always seeing that in the car, especially when you're stuck in traffic. And you would think that you wouldn't pick your nose when there's someone sitting right next to you.
Yeah, that's a good point. And the only people I've ever seen eat it are kids. I've never seen anyone.
You never saw an
kids.
adult? Oh, I've seen. You must not be driving where I'm driving.
Who do you hang out with, Goldie?
I'm not hanging out with anybody.
Please.
I'm just saying, oh my God. Kids pick their nose. Oh my gosh, they pick their nose. But that's kids.
But it's cute. I think it's cute when a kid's like just standing there completely does not care who's watching and just digging for gold up there.
That's true. That is funny. No, I agree. It is cute when it's a kid, only if they're little.
Yes.
You don't want to see like some 14-year-old picking their nose. That's kind of gross.
True dat. All right. Well, I need a drink, so I'll be right back.
Okay.
Will you be back?
I'll be back.
Perfect.
The phrase that pays is green teeth.
Don't forget to let us know what yins think in this week's BurghLife FM Burning Question. Which is worse, someone who speaks with a stuck-up attitude or someone who speaks with a very pronounced Pittsburghese accent? Visit BurghLife.com and click on the Burning Question button to vote right now.
Okay, Koz.
All right, Goldie. I think that's a wrap. What do you think?
I think it is.
Good time?
Great times.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming down. I'm looking forward to more shows with you.
Me too.
See you next time.
See you next time.
BurghLife FM is a production of BurghLife. All rights reserved. For more information or to sign up for the BurghLife email list, visit BurghLife.com.